The man with the unimpressive beard.
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41? Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to...
You said you just got here. From where?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock.
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in. His face expresses. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later...
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style. Unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching. The locals, customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told...
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have...
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him!
The lieutenant turns the page in the little...
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She... Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct. What? Is that so? Mr. Feminist... Haven't you asked me that already? Okay.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you was good for you. Was that...
Let's go.
Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. You owe me 130 real.
One moment you're running like the wind. Then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger. Furiously. With both hands. Why? That's true. Yes. And it's...
Watch out!
Everything goes dark.
Back so soon. Those are mysteries of the spinal. I was wrong to...
That is too bad. We all need a little love.
No. You have sustained a trauma to your lower neck.
The chair took the brunt of it.
Are you sure, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge...
He's shaken. Barter now and he'll cave in.
Okay, fine. I'll take it off your bill. Sleep in a post-apocalyptic hell. Don't thank me yet. You still owe me 60 real for 3 nights stay. And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
By the way, where is home? But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only... Why did you say that? You don't really know, do you? Something produced by the random firing of synapses. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe... The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the... It comes free with a 6-pack of Vermilion Roy d'Or. The sentiment is called...
Yes? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know, to help me narrow it down a bit. Then you are not that far behind, actually. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears that's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. And no, it's not a particularly. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put... I can assure nothing like that will happen. No,
The gesture resembles an so desperately mundane. You need...
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a piece you don't know. I assume that's good. Better still than an imbecilic cop-off. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you... Later. Good. Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the that's a fair point. That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this. But you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Are they? That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical...
Seol is a protectionist, isolationist.
I can see you're disappointed. You are right to be.
A point of pride.
No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lip. It's like you're locked down.
Something the matter?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hand. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you...
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're...
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be right.
What?
The lieutenant, but we all have our different...
Good. Let's...
No response. He's having trouble processing it. Believe it.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your person? Not a fan.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every
Try work. The case at hand. Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively...
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's lazaret. Excuse me? Detective, if I may be frank. That's good. Some you time? Please do.
The lieutenant is pretty sure.
What do you want to know? You mean like a brief? There's no reason. 3 days ago, the RCM emerged. During that time, the victim had been a security guard or worker. They didn't identify. There's a strong prejudice against involved. That's right. Good.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio mic.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
Received.
Give it a minute. She might...
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this...
You told me back in the whirling. Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
I don't dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people of...
Nothing you can... Cop gives up. The detective...
Mr. I am Kim Ki...
What? I have no... What is this? A joke?
Sir,
Yes.
I know it...
No.
Do you have...
As a matter of...
This...
You said you'd...
What?
But you...
Yes.
I didn't imply that.
He probably... His face. Ask him about...
Behind this... That's easy.
This man.
I don't know.
This is it. He's...
Oh. The local...
The
I don't really... I would...
You mean the...
Yes, the... What are you, crazy?
The lieutenant turns.
Haven't you... Okay.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct. Good for you. Haven't you asked me that already? Okay.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought... What? Is that so? Mr. Feminist, haven't you asked me that? Okay.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I... Good for you. Haven't you... Okay.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I... Good for you. Haven't you... Okay. You...
Thank you.
Is it? Forget it.
Let's go.
Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. You owe me 130 real. Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency.
No, you don't owe me street cred. You owe me money. You owe this establishment 130... What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of... Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
For survival, to pay me. Unless you want... If you run out of money, you die. Yes, it is. No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to... Yes, it is.
Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked.
It does, doesn't it?
There's a shuffle of 9.
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you... Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually, more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work. You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything.
The words leave your mouth as if walking up the stairs.
Oh, so apparently I'm a bitch now. Okay.
Sir, leash in your tongue. Officer, you need to contact your station. Ask your people.
I'm sorry, but I can't let him stay here if he doesn't pay. He's 3 days on the... You can look, but the union squeezed most...
Okay.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? But you've been at this... You don't really know, do you? South, maybe. Doesn't sound... You can try.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got a lot? Like what? What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're...
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept.
What?
By the way, you should come back to the...
Another thing. Great. Yes?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio mic.
This is Precinct 57, of course. What is...
Yeah.
This is...
Lieutenant,
Obvious... Yes, hello? Oh, right. You mean, why did I leave the bar?
why not?
What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring Gar into this. It's none of your business.
God, why can't you just mind your own business?
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already... No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the Dock Workers Union.
Okay. I didn't want to get in trouble with the other...
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
The other people who live around here. You don't live here. You don't understand. Please, I just didn't want any trouble. I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down. Yes, I know. Yeah, go on. Yes, I know.
This exact conversation has happened before.
Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? Right. It's better to not ask too many questions, lest people start thinking...
Please, no. Not this again. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and... you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them...
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot you... I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall," painting them red. I won't be seeing it.
Me neither.
There is silence on the other end of the line.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe, I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone, trust me, you wouldn't want... No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl. What misogyny? You have to act, Lieutenant Love. Think you can do whatever this empathy failure tells you. Don't take the quest. It's not wonderful, it's ugly.
No. What?
God, what is happening?
Oh God. Please.
What? What is it?
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
It's on. The love quest is on. Too late, everyone. It's on. Take it to God now.
Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. 10-4, I hear you. What does he want? He's asking for money. Is he fucked? I don't think he... Don't give that asshole anything. Right, that's a negative on the additional funds. Anything else, sir? Over. Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
theme on that pinball, clinging to a picture book version, the sentiment. If they
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy right in the love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. The kid is obvious.
Fuck that! He should. The fuck does Kuno know what a rape?
You will see.
The language these kids are using.
Fuck no.
Fast. This kid has got
He's calling us. All right. And
The kid moves his hand.
shit, look. Don't tell.
This is where you could.
Kuno's.
He's trying to hide.
Kuno knows what you meant. Probably Clan. You heard Kuno. I don't know. Mesko.
There is no Night City anywhere.
Why you gotta be? You wanna know? It's not. Lame. That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
It's impossible to deduce.
Just a couple of.
Yeah, you tell the faggot.
Your test.
Get lost.
Right, pig. No, it's.
He thinks you're fucking.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give the fuck about it. Just a couple.
Yeah, you tell.
Probably Clan. You heard. I don't mess go.
There is no Night City.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kuno.
Kuno's.
He's trying to hide.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch. Probably. You heard. I don't mess go.
There is no.
Kuno gives this info out on.
Thanks, Kuno.
Your test.
Get lost.
Yeah. The kingdom of Kuno. No.
He thinks you're.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't. Kuno.
It's always Kuno.
Kuno does trying to.
Watch out, Coon. Help. Pigs.
Help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get.
Everybody.
Escalate.
Pigs in here, Kuno. Somebody, please.
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just
Fucking logical. No.
the nearly sucked.
No one.
Help. The pig's gagging him.
You put him up to this yours.
Listen to your friend. Kuno owns the fat ass. Help! The ass. Help! He's flashing Kuno. Look.
For emphasis, a ghost is saying,
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno.
relax. There's a dead body, remember? That's what you were doing here.
I know what you thought. You're nothing. You're a joke to Kuno.
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch.
No, you're not.
Bitch, you're gonna be.
A peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your questions, but remember.
Click, 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 click.
Kuno does.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere, maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the 1. Standard work boot, steel rein 2. Standard work boot 3. Hobnailed 4. Standard work boot. Number 40. You don't know. 5. Another stat. 6. An aberration. Light as air. Even pace. Same makeup. Impossible to tell. Could also have been a you're not bad. It's as if the whole world died. 7. The glowing outline. 8. And yet another
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything? A woman or a kid? Okay.
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Understood. Any 200? Could it be the combined weight of two people?
He might be right.
Possibly.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. Interesting. Let's name someone operating a workbench with a pedal, like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Forget. Perhaps it could be a driver. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems... A week, maybe?
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7...
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them, then, after hoisting him up, they stood...
Indeed. They all stood in a... Yes, everything fits so well. The lieutenant's eyes...
Either way. What else?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented because it's nice and orderly, well-laid pallets, easy on the eye, rhythmic pattern, calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff. An inconspicuous pile of the roof because it's nice and orderly, rhythmic pattern. The corpse, you seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
The smell is repulsive. It pushes... You feel a great force until a pool of the smell of Commodore Red rises.
It's okay. Happens to it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head, if you can handle the headache. I can't handle...
It's more likely he can handle the smell. Unlike...
There is freight nearby. There's a greenhouse here.
Pretty clever. This trash can just your fingers start to...
We could try use... We might want to ask for a key from the man...
Kuno, the pig's... Looks like it's time for... I'm going away!
What's going on there?
Stay away! I'll die before I come from the woods, good...
Don't...
I'll die before I... What's this?
So it's a girl.
I'll die before I... Murder? I'll die before... You don't want to...
You can... You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in and then accelerated straight. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building, before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
You are correct. This is a Rado motor carrier. I'm not sure.
You could follow.
Yes? What do you want to know? Maybe you... Then you are not 3 days ago. During that, a security. They didn't. There's a. Just to be clear, we are police of. You mean like a brief? There's no 3 days during that time. Okay then. No.
The lieutenant adjusts.
No. The deceased is a security guard. I can assure not. No.
The gesture so desperately mundane.
I'm afraid you don't. That's good. Better still. It's just stupidity. Later. Good.
No response. He's
Have you tried? Not a fan.
the RC
Try work. Fine. We should get through. Really? This psycho.
clearly.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. Me? I don't see. That's.
You feel
I guess you don't. That's because. No.
your brain. It's like you're.
Something.
What's going? The lieutenant relaxes his.
What do you mean? I have.
The lieutenant's conception. We all have.
Good. Let's check. Excuse. Detective.
The RC.
That's good. You. Please do.
The lieutenant is pretty.
What do you want to know? You mean like a brief? 3 days ago, during that time, the victim had a security. They didn't. There's a strong prejudice. That's right. Good.
An old call box with an off-key.
Kuno, please.
She thinks you're the gremlin child.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer, but the doorbell is broken and the book's...
A single beep indicates you ring the. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair. All you hear is static. You ring the doorbell. You wait for him. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic. You hear you can all.
Yes, hello, this is Tracy.
She sounds all. Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? The lieutenant. She must be mistaking you for some. Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along.
Michelle, why did you even call?
A spot of static. She sounds like she's about to cry. She doesn't. Silence. The only thing you can hear now. Another.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with it.
You press the number sign on the keypad. That. Silence. Silence. No one answers. Nothing happens after you ring. Silence. This button.
This button looks new. It's.
Whatever she say. All right. There's the.
Yes.
Here come the bad vibes again. Wait. Is she?
Michelle.
Is this some kind of joke? The voice from the intercom doesn't. And then it hits you. She tries again not to cry and still doesn't succeed. Her sound. This is where you hung up the call the last time. The phone rings in the office with an old. No one replies. But the static grows. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She's.
So, it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. No, don't take this the wrong way, but...
That is true.
Can I help you? Mine?
Thank you for clearing that up.
Why?
I thought as much.
Well, yeah.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Prod at him and find out.
Callous?
Krasmazov, nom de guerre.
What are we talking about? Was this not about? We should return to the case of your mistaken identity.
What for?
It concerns the case.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. God.
Oh, but he should be. Lay it on him. Life doesn't have a back button. Now get off your ass and...
Wonderful.
It is.
What? What does that mean? Cock carousel? God, does it mean...
What else do you need? The man leaned.
She broke the bird, you know. The great... I should have known. It was...
Or you broke the bird. Yes, the bird is connected to this. It's a symbol of hope. And
No, it was her. She's off to ride that carousel you told me. Ride the cock carousel until the clock runs out. Here, have the rest. Now, let me have a drink.
And there we have it. A thin man. As you step in, he nods to... Okay, it's definitely... The man puts his cup down and replies something. He smiles. It's almost like... The man ponders his cooking. He smiles. It's almost like... You see ahead the cobalt blue, old cobalt paint. It leads to a side. The door does not.
You do? It's a door in the back of the key. Eccentric. But okay.
It's hardly a side investigation.
Gart is the person to ask about this.
Can I help you? Another thing. Oh, yes, that... No, I don't have a key. Or some boring...
He's attempting to maintain an air of
Fine, okay. A little. So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though. After the animals, yes?
You see a heavy steel door. The door does not. The cobalt old... It leads to a... You see a heavy steel door. This trash container is with a well-oiled. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time.
You see milk. You've done this before. No. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Among the threadbare kitchen towel, as the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage. Are these the victim's clothes? The smell is not nearly as bad as the cadaver. These...
Cadaverine odor is faint. Drop them in here, officer. Yes. I think the clothes were taken off to get to that armor he wore, then discarded. They must have stripped him of it fast, too. Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets... empty. Or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. The belt is missing. That's it.
Something slime. A drab, long-sleeved shirt. Olive color.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. Not really.
The fuck's he on about?
See?
The lieutenant nods. It's just What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from them. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in? Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork.
Easier said than done. Challenge accepted. You should be on the lookout for stylistic. Good choice. So,
Officer, this is sensitive information. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now,
you pick out a broken only in its. The container sounds a muffled gong.
that's one thing I've deleted.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. There's nothing, not much to you see. You've done this before. No, a box full. The container sounds a muffled gong. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. An inconspicuous pile of the roof because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid rhythmic pattern calms your mind. It's just a oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that if you want to earn some... It's just, but... It's the ledger. There's a piece of... It's a metaphor. Thank you, waterlogged. It's just toilet paper, sticking to the back, still wet. The toilet paper peels off the... An aluminium block runs the width of the board. The surface is interrupted by a... Looks like an official mark. It is similar to the RCM water...
What? Yes, it depends. Aside from
Maybe yours will have how many
any capable light. Yes, RCM vehicles have had lights tuned especially.
This means you can...
Okay.
While a bunch of sod... They're not exactly white. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are hand... It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases. What do you mean? Is that all? The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of...
Huh? 2 complex cases. 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes. It's okay.
Like a fan of girls, the check... Yes. It appears you employ a title, one might say even. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World. Others appear more light-hearted. It's going to take an effort to piece...
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, it's a holdover from the early days of the RCM. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one... the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. He's dead. I pray his loved ones never... Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is. For precisely, once all the tasks are... Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old... The ledger only comes with an old war... The lieutenant looks... He is not really saying anything.
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
The tasks you've completed flow out. Inspect, interview. It's not exactly poetry. A satisfying things to be done and thing...
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man.
You don't exactly close them. So much as... Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always... Why, yes, every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case... Yeah, no. It takes about half an hour to piece... This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Cause of failure. Rent too high. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, True love is possible only in the next world. People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for the Graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial. The case files do not the crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, a staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority. And that love truly is possible in the next world. For in any case, it appears to have been a real, aka Leslie and Burke, aka the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk, is a cursed case. It has been passed from Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling. You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals, or can you keep yourself threatening fines, dragging them to the It's plain to see from the file. No, that's Burke. Leslie's shtick is flashing his he must have it confused with the proper. In the process, the ledger he came at us, and at us. Can't get out of his which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary. It would be very interesting to. That's all you got. Who knows? One day you may still catch. Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up. And you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved. No. You didn't have time for that. Murder. Tum 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 at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to a beaten to death by a throng of villains. Joseph Mills was Mills didn't know. He was awful. Awful sense of humor. Okay, so the case is handed. No, it's sort. Yeah, no one enters. No, Mills has. See, you can't even. Yeah, he smoking hookah. Not much has changed in the arson, petty theft, spouse. You don't exactly. It takes about half an hour. Not much has changed. In the back, then rip them from the bar. 3. The topmost are, you don't have to be an intellect. A monetary penalization rate, but they appear. These are quite sinister, all in a print so small, a dozen pages of thin copy. Yes, the rest of this, it's made of dark, something and something's permeables. It's the plastic shimmers like with your hands. You 4-sized pages. The slides snap back without resistance. Or 2 ticket stubs and 2 octopuses are smiling. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of. It smells of a touch of cinnamon. Familiar hand. A young woman in her 20s. There, Harry. It begins. Your hand shakes, holding the. Every step I take, it grows. You. Every step I take, kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs, and the sparks fall like snow from. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on. To what?
Detective.
There is nothing again. Nothing said. Well, that's me, Blue Eye. Who would.
He's
the cool.
here in the back because it's all.
Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the old. It didn't smell nice. It smelled.
Yeah, man. Bloated corpse of the
You.
There is no Voyager. You think they would.
Oh, but.
It's the glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. The upholstered.
Drink.
The water is cold.
Drink.
With greedy gulps, you down half a.
What happened? You were reading your paperwork. 10 minutes, maybe. That does sometimes happen.
He replies with such
You dropped this. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
It's the ledger you found in the trap. It's made of dark blue, something and some permeable. The plastic shimmers with your hands. Without resistance, you stare at the card, willing your hand to move. The words just, who do you think? It's slightly, the acidic, you know. Remember when I said the smell of the upstairs? Why, yes it is. Among many other things. Inexplicable feminist agenda. There is something you need to see, sir. We found the remnants of an ancient artifact. Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk.